it feels different just driving, just even going forward. And weirdly, the steering feels.
Right, so today's video is to talk about drive shafts and specifically shortened drive shafts. This might be one of those videos that I regret releasing so soon because, well, they're possibly not going to be out for a little while. Words got out that we were producing these or developing these, and lots of people have been asking, so I thought we'd do you a video update just to explain what's going on with these. So these here are shortened drive shafts. Well, why would you need shortened drive shafts? Generally, the only time it ever is an issue is when you're lowering a vehicle quite a lot. So particular vehicles are troublesome vehicles, so the T6.1 110s are bad for it. The T6 102 Euro 5 and Euro 6, T5 preface suffer with it quite a lot. And it's basically, the solution is the shortened drive shaft. There's other ways to do it. Certain vehicles you can do an engine and subframe raise, which is a hell of a lot of work. Previously, that you were able to buy shortened drive shafts. They were a drive shaft that had been sent away, re-engineered, and then come back to fit in the vehicle. It solved the problem. The problem with that is the manufacturer that were doing it were getting them wrong. They were time consuming. They needed your drive shafts to modify them. So we then have found, after a lot of searching, found a factory that would produce us them to our dimensions, ready to go, ready to fit. And that's what these are here. So they are OEM quality. They're absolutely spot on. They come with everything you need out the box, ready to go. So I'm going to bring Mitch in now. And Mitch is going to explain the technical side.
So the reason we're going with these shorter shafts is because when you've got a standard vehicle, your drive shaft is designed to run pretty much parallel to the ground, just like your wishbone. So as we lower it, we're bringing the wheel up. But also because of that, the pivot part of the wishbone then compresses this drive shaft. So you end up with the actual drive shaft sliding on its telescopic part into the end of the CV joint, and it binds up. So that's what then creates, a friction point. So that gives you your drive shaft judder as well as grinding. By having these shorter shafts, yes, we are going to be still running at this angle, but you're not going to be in that compressed part of the telescopic CV joints.
Right, so now Mitch has explained the technical side of things. I just thought I'd run through when you would experience this. First of all, don't panic. Don't think if you're going to lower your vehicle instantly you're going to get drive shaft judder. It's only certain vehicles that do it. There's no rhyme or reason to. Some 102s don't do it, some do. It depends how low you go. Certainly, the lower you are, the more likely you are to experience drive shaft judder. And it becomes really obvious when you're driving the vehicle. Darren's van here, he says when he's doing a sweeping left-hand bend, you feel it, and it's kind of like a real obvious judder. The flatbed used to do it previously, that was a right hand. Some people get it in a straight line, but it's a real obvious sensation that you can kind of feel through the pedal and also through the steering wheel, would you say with yours? Yeah, you'll know if you've got drive shaft judder, but not all of them. But this anyway solves the problem. So there's so many different variations of drive shafts across the whole transporter range. We just couldn't do them all initially. So we've started off with samples for the 2.5. We fitted those 2 weeks ago in Paul Wallace's 2.5 long wheelbase, and that solved the problem. Steve's van that's here, he's got a 102 T6 Euro 5. They've had the shortened drive shafts in that. It solved the problem. And now we've got Darren's T6 102 Euro 6. Yeah, that we're just about to fit them in. So we're just going to get these in Darren's van now. I'm going to hand you over to Mitch. He's going to get them installed. After that, we're going to send Darren out for a test drive, and fingers crossed, I'm pretty sure they will. The answer will be the drive shaft judder is gone. So anyway, over to Mitch. Right, so Mitch has fitted those drive shafts now. I'm going to hand you over to Darren. He's going to take it out for a spin. Jake behind the camera is going to jump in with him, and then hopefully, pretty sure it will, we'll see if the results are what we think they're going to be.
Yeah, well, initially it feels different just driving, just even going forward feels a lot different. And weirdly, the steering feels different as well. Yeah, well, just turning left out. Yeah, straight away it's made a difference. And weirdly, the drivetrain sounds quieter for sure. I actually usually drive a little bit higher than this to avoid it, but now we can obviously just drive on my number 1 setting. Massive difference in manoeuvring. So we'll try it now at speed around that corner. Quite a bad bend here, I'll hit it at about 40. See what happens. Yeah, nothing whatsoever. Yeah, it's cured that.
Right, Darren. Right, first of all, turn your V8 off. Right, it's not a V8, is it? Why does your van sound like that?
It's got one of our sound systems installed underneath it that's, you know, phone app. It can sound like 10 of different vehicles. And
Oh, there you go. Just before people go, why does this van sound like a V8? Because it's not a V8.
no, it's not.
Because we don't do drive shafts for V8. Right, did it work?
It did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Problem solved?
Problem solved. Cornering left, right, no issue. Obviously, I really only had it on the left-hand turns, but even driving in a straight line and just manoeuvring the vehicle, it feels like it's less strained. Do you know what I mean? It feels more relaxed.
Problem solved.
Which I hadn't noticed that as a problem before.
Oh, okay.
But obviously, I did have a feeling that it would do something along those lines as well, and it has.
Mission accomplished. So the question is, when are these going to be ready? Well, they're ready now. We've got one more vehicle to try. So we still need to try T6.1 your 110, which we have one come in before everybody messages and say, you can try mine. We've got one lined up. We'll get those tested. If we're happy with them, we'll bring out those drive shafts first because those are the problem vehicles, and then we'll start working on the other ones, the T5.1s, the 2-litre TDIs, which do suffer from them a little bit, but not as bad as these key vehicles. Just wanted to give you an update really, because loads of people have been asking for them or an update on when they're coming. They are coming. They're as we expected. They're doing their job. Their quality is absolutely spot on. They'll come under the Solow branding. They'll come with the 2-year warranties. The Solow stuff does. Darren will be fitting them. Woodhouse and Carman. Yep.
Sure.
It's good to get down here because he's part of the Solow installer network, so he'll be somebody you can go to for installation of them. That's it, I think. So we'll leave it at that. So as always, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got drive shaft judder, bear with us, keep following us. We'll keep you up to date on progression as and when they're coming out. If you don't already join our mailing list, which is on our website, it's dead easy to find, but that's where we tend to send out a lot of information. We try and keep our social media up to date. Well worth joining our mailing list, and we'll mail you when more information comes out and stuff. Don't worry, we won't spam you with a load of junk or share your details with anybody, but we'll keep you up to date on new stuff that's coming out and any discounts that are on their way. So please do like this video, share it with anybody you think might have drive shaft judder or is potentially going to be lowering their vehicle quite a lot, whether it's Solow, lows or air or any other really low air suspension and might suffer with this potential problem. Please do subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell to get notifications when more videos are released. And as always, thanks for watching.